everyone, welcome to another video of Alpha PT. This is Fatima. Hope you all are doing well and hope your preparation is going on well. Now the question that I'm going to discuss in today's video is PTE MCQ multiple answers. So PTE MCQ multiple answer in reading module is a question which is going to check your MCQ in knowledge of solving multiple choice questions, but you need to select more than one answer. So the answer could be 2 or 3, and again the strategy is similar. You have to read the question first, and then before engaging with the text you have to make sure that you understand what the question is asking, what specific information is needed to answer that particular question, and it helps you filter out irrelevant pieces of information that is not required. All right, now there is one thing which is very crucial here is negative marking. Okay, you get points for getting the right answer, but you lose points for selecting an incorrect option. So the score of the question, but it cannot go beyond 0. That means if there are 3 options, right, you select 1 right answer and 2 wrong answers. So +1, -1, -1, it cannot go to -1. It will still be 0. Even if you select 3 wrong answers, it will be 0. It will not impact any other question. Okay, so only choose options that you're confident about. Even if you choose one answer, just choose one that you're confident, which you think is correct, and just move on to the next one, even if you don't get other one. Okay, if you are unsure, just select one strong answer. If you are sure, select more than one option. Okay, now how do you answer this? Skim the passage quickly, because the passages for MCQ multiple answers are quite long, so longer than MCQ single answer. So skim the passage. The skill of skimming is really important to quickly understand the main idea and the overall structure. Scan for the keywords like the names, the dates, the phrases, if the question is related to that. And then when you find the relevant information which is related to the question, slow down and read carefully. Then when you eliminate the incorrect options, like you use the same strategy, elimination of incorrect ones to narrow down the choices which you think are right. All right, focus on the meaning. All right, so sometimes the answers are paraphrased, so focus on the meaning. Don't keep looking for the exact words from the text. Avoid knowledge that is not provided. Avoid information which is not given in the text. Only focus on pieces of information which is a part of text. No guessing, no assumption, nothing. All right, manage your time. Managing time is very, very, very important, because this is the second question of your reading module. This is the most important thing, guys. After read your drop down blanks, you have MCQ multiple answers. After multiple MCQ multiple answers, you will have drag and drop, reorder, and MCQ single. So 3 questions are still left. Do I'm sorry, do not waste a lot of time when you're solving this, because it is a very low scoring question. You do not have enough marks from this. So even if you get both the questions right, you will not get more than 4 or maximum 5 marks, which you can easily get from just one reorder or one blank, one drag and drop. But so make sure you spend no more than 1.5 to maximum 2 minutes per question in this. If you are stuck, just make a wild guess, move on, to make sure you finish the entire reading section on time. Regular practice with the mock tests, practice questions on Alpha PT will definitely help you to solve these kind of questions. All right, so without much delay, let's quickly move on to alphapte.com and start solving. So let's quickly go to practice MCQ multiple answers, and we've done the first one. Let's go to the second one, skin cancer, and let's read the question first. Which of the following statements about the vaccine are incorrect? So they are not looking for something which is correct, rather they are looking for something which is incorrect. All right, now here let's quickly skim through the passage first, because the options are pretty long. Maybe let's skim through the most cases of cancer. Protein critical to skins and helping people bolster their defenses against aging, against skin cancer. Okay, when I read to myself, I do it quickly, so I'm just skimming through like this. But I'll read the passage, no worry. Research by the Oregon State University College of Pharmacy suggests that a vaccine stimulating production of a protein critical to the skin's antioxidant network could help people bolster their defenses against skin cancer. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun leads to oxidative stress, which increases the risk of skin cancers such as melanoma, explains Arup Indra, professor of pharmaceutical sciences at OSU and the study's leader. A messenger RNA vaccine like the Moderna or and Pfizer vaccines for COVID-19 that promoted production of the protein TR1 in skin cells could mitigate the risk of UV-induced cancers and other skin problems, he said. Findings of the research, in which Arup and collaborators use a mouse model to probe TR1's role in skin cells, health and stability, were published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, melanoma, the most lethal type of cancer, is a form in which malignant cells form in skin cells known as melanocytes. Melanocytes produce the pigment melanin, which determines skin color. Most cases of skin cancer, the CDC says, are linked to UV radiation exposure. People become tan from exposure to the sun or tanning beds because producing melanin is the body's way of trying to protect the skin from burning. So, which of the following statements about vaccines are incorrect? Most cases of skin cancer are linked to exposure to ultraviolet radiation. Okay, most cases of skin cancer, it's correct. So it's remember, we are looking for incorrect options. So this is right. So that's not the answer. A vaccine stimulating the production of protein critical to the skin's antioxidant network is helping people bolster their defenses against skin cancer. Where are they saying that? Where are they talking about? Could mitigate the risk of UV induced cancer. Could. And they're saying production of protein. See, these vaccine, they promoted the production of protein, and they say could, maybe they could do it. And here they are saying is helping people. So obviously this is incorrect. So let's keep one. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States and melanoma is the most lethal form. That's right. They did say that. So it's not the answer because they are saying which is incorrect. There are multiple vaccines to prevent cancer. They never said that. They never said that there are vaccines to prevent cancer. So clearly no. The vaccine could help people bolster. See, could. Is helping, could help. So they are correct. Let's submit. That's correct. Now, with questions like these, a lot of the students get confused and they select the right options and they lose marks. So always understand what the question is asking. All right, let's move on. Let's do one more. What did the study find? Okay, so here we have to see what they found. Forgiveness can help restore the relationship and reduce future conflict. Children are more likely to forgive the person who apologizes. Children are more likely to forgive those who are in the group. Children can forgive just like adults. The more advanced the theory of mind skills, the less likely a child is to forgive. Let's quickly skim. A recent study suggests that teaching children to understand other people's perspective could make it easier for them to learn how to forgive other people. Forgiveness is important in children and adults for restoring relationships and limiting future conflicts, says Kelly Lynn Mulvey, lead author of the study. But we didn't know much about what makes children more likely to forgive others, particularly from early childhood to adolescence. To that end, Morphy and her collaborators enlisted 185 children between the age of 5 and 14 in the study. Researchers conducted an in-depth interview with each child that collected background information and assessed the child's theory of mind skills. Researchers then led each child through a series of scenarios involving other children who are in group and out group. Specifically, each study participant was told they were a part of a group, such as the green team. During interviews, researchers described some children in the scenarios as also being in the green team, while other children in the scenario were on the yellow team. In each scenario, interviewers asked study participants whether they were willing to forgive a group that left them out of a game or activity. There were three main findings. Now, here is the answer. What did the study find? So here you can skim through, and I'm reading it loudly because I am doing it as a class to explain it to you. But if I am to solve this, actually I would just skim through and see where they're talking about the findings. All right, so here they are talking about the findings. So if you are skimming, you just skim. Okay, there are three main findings, and you come to findings and then you pay closer attention. First, children are more likely to forgive someone if they have apologized. Where are they talking about this? This. Likely to forgive people who apologize. Second, children are more likely to forgive people who are in group. Perfect. Third, the more advanced a child, the theory of mind skills are, the more likely they are to forgive others. They added, the more advanced the theory of mind skill, the less likely. Oh no, they are saying more likely. So they didn't talk about adults, they didn't talk about forgiveness, restoring the relationship. They said, what did the study find? The study found three things. Out of three things, two things are here in the options, so we just select those and submit. That's it. That is how we solve this particular question type. All right, so that's about this question, guys. Make sure you remember that there is negative marking here. So if you select one right answer and one wrong answer, so for example, I'll share the answer is B and C. Let me redo this and let me select B and E and submit. It will be 0 because I get 1, +1 and -1 and 0. Now let me select 3. A, B and D. All right, and submit. It will still be 0. You will never go beyond 0. You'll never get less than 0 marks, and this particular question will not impact any other question. So all you need to worry about is time management, because here this question is a time eater. It eats up your time. So if you don't manage your time well in this question, you could end up panicking towards the end when you're actually solving your drag and drops, because it's the second last question and then there'll be MCQ single answer left, and a lot of people who spend a lot of time on this question will not be able to finish the reading module completely, and they will lose much more than what they will gain from this particular question type. So always remember to maintain time, no more than 1.5 minutes for this particular question type. All right, so that's about MCQ multiple answers, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until then, take care. Bye.